everyone, welcome back to a new video. I'm so excited to share this video with you because it is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and I've been procrastinating this video, but only because I just didn't know how to deliver this word that I'm going to share with you guys today. But now I know exactly what I'm going to talk about, and I'm super excited to share it with you all. So without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we get into it, make sure that you hit that like button, that you subscribe, that you share this video as much as possible, and that you leave me a comment down below after the video. And I will give you a few seconds to do that. Did you get it? Okay, thank you. Now you can enjoy the video. So today's video is called The Power of Spoken Words. This is something I have been studying for, oh my gosh, like maybe a month or two. Like I've been studying this for a while, and I'm so excited to finally deliver it to you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so as you know me, I like to break things into parts, into sections. So we're not just gonna talk. No, I am organized. Like I literally have all of my notes, and I'll probably be posting what my notes are on Instagram, but let's get right into it. Okay, so the first part is defining the subconscious mind. What is your subconscious mind? So your subconscious mind is where all of your previous experiences are stored. Like, for example, let me think of an example. Let me see. Okay, so let's just use this example of love. Okay, say your mother cheated on your father or vice versa. There has been some type of infidelity into a relationship that is in close proximity to you. Maybe it's been done to you or it's been around you. That creates a trust issue in your brain because your brain goes, okay, I see how this made me feel. I see how this made others feel. This is how this made me feel. What if that happens again? And you're in this switch that is just enabled, and it's like, oh my gosh, your mind kind of goes into fight or flight when you think about commitment, when you think about a relationship. And all of these previous experiences that you have had with love or relationships in general, anything that has happened in those previous relationships are brought with you into your next relationship unless you do the inner work to overcome that. And that is also part of what we're going to be talking about today. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, and let's go ahead and let's keep it rolling. The next point is, how does this affect you? Why do I care? Why do I care about the words that I speak? Why do I care what in the world a subconscious mind is? Let me tell you why. Okay. So the subconscious mind stores your limiting beliefs. Like I said previously, this stores, like for example, say your desire is, I really want this new car, but I cannot afford it. It is not in my budget, and it seems like, say for example, you want to put down a down payment of like maybe $3,000. If you want to do it through the DMV, you want to put down a down payment of $3,000. Okay, well, how about you can never seem to get over $2,000, and if you do, you cannot hold it for very long. Okay, so I want you to imagine a rubber band. So say you decide that you want this desire, this is what you want to go for, this is what you want, and this is what you're gonna go for, this is exactly what you want, this is what you want to do. Okay, boom, you have that in your mind, right? I want you to imagine a rubber band. When you first get a rubber band, it's tight. So, you have to be careful when, like you're wrapping it around your hair. Like I got this bun up here. I had to be very careful so that it wouldn't, burst. Why would it burst so easily? Because it is being stretched beyond what it is meant to be, more so. What it started off as. It had to be stretched little by little. It had to be used over and over and over again for that rubber band to be stretched over time. It has to be used to that stress. And what happens if you pull the rubber band too far? It snaps. And this is a representation of your subconscious mind. Now I want you to think about lottery winners. Why do people who all of a sudden have heaps of money go broke within a few years? It is because their rubber band is not stretched. And this is why we care about our subconscious mind and what we put into our mind and the words that we speak. Because in order to achieve the life that we want, in order to receive our desires in the way that we want these desires to be reached, we need to slowly but surely stretch that rubber band so that we are able to receive that desire. Little by little, say you want to be a millionaire, you want to receive $166 million per month. Yes, I'm being very specific. Say that's how much you want to receive. Okay, what are the steps that you can take to get there? Okay, you want $166 million per month. You want those multi-million-dollar months. Okay. What are the smaller goals? Can you start off with a 2-figure month? Can you start off with $100 a month? Can you start with 400? Can you go to 2 figures? Can you do 3 figures, and so on? And then slowly but surely, as you receive that money and as you do the inner work in order to receive that money, then your rubber band is going to be stretched, and then eventually you will receive that multi-million-dollar month. Again, I would be going into that a little bit later, but that is why we care, because we want to stretch our subconscious mind to be able to receive the life that we want and to create the life that we want. Okay, so now we're going to dive a little bit into the importance of the words that we speak. So first, I want you to remember this equation. Okay, so the equation goes beliefs and thoughts plus, well, no, let's not say plus. Let's say equals your feelings. Your feelings equals your actions, and your actions equals your results, and your results equal your life. Let me repeat that again. Beliefs and thoughts equals your feelings, equals your actions, equals your results, equals your life. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So your beliefs and your thoughts create your feelings. Okay. So what you put in your mind, subconsciously, that becomes a belief. And that belief, when it is brought to this conscious part of your mind, it is brought to the forefront. Emotion is behind that. Once that emotion is behind that belief, and once you speak that out, once that comes out, that is what creates your life. And say, for example, say you're on social media and all you see is DTN, don't DTB, don't trust this, niggas ain't this, da da da. I'm not gonna say the B word, but B's ain't this, da 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 da. Say that's in your mind. That is gonna become a subconscious belief, even though you may not want to believe that, because you know you're like, okay, well, I'm good, I'm a good girl, I'm a good nigga, like I'm a good man, like what that mean? What that gotta do with me? You know, I heavily believe that. This is why I see the good in people, because I'm like, if I exist, why can't the male counterpart of me exist? Why can't the woman counterpart of me exist? If I exist, why would I be the only person to be just this? I find myself to be amazing, quite frankly. But why am I this high up? And why is everybody else down here? Out of the millions of people that are in this world, does that really make sense? No. And your rubber band has to stretch to be able to believe that. But if you're putting negative things into your subconscious, that is going to become a belief. And once that belief has emotion behind it, it's making you feel something. Maybe it's making you feel anger. Maybe it's making you feel sadness. Maybe it's making you feel passionate. Once those emotions are brought to the forefront, once you feel those emotions, you are going to speak out of those emotions, because your emotions is in your heart and your emotions are in your mind, but it is more so in your heart. The Bible says that whatever is in your heart, everything you do flows from it, which is why you need to be careful what you put in your mind. And this is the importance of watching who you follow on social media, what you watch on social media as well. Whatever is in your heart, whatever is in your mind will be stored in your heart. Your heart will display those feelings. And again, once you speak that out, that is what creates your life. Okay. I stayed on that a little while, but I really needed to stress the importance of that, because you're going to need to remember that equation for the rest of this video. Okay. So the next point. Words spoken determines who and who not is meant for you. So say, for example, say you meet this new person and all you hear is this person talking about oh, I'm so broke. I hate my life. I hate this person. I hate this person. Everything is going wrong in my life. Woe is to me. Oh my gosh, I can't function. I can't do that. What are you going to think about this person? You're going to be like, dang, this person is negative. Like, you know, why are they talking so negative about themselves? Why are they being so hateful? Like, if like, it's like, why would you want to be around that? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why I say, like, the words that you speak determines who is in your life. Because if you speak negative, the people who also speak negative, you're like two magnets. You're just like together like two pieces of paper with glue down the middle. So if you're speaking positive, what are you going to attract? Positivity. Sometimes, yeah, you may attract that negative. Sometimes you may attract that positive if you're speaking negative. Sometimes, because, you know, everything has its opposite, you know, the law of polarity. Basically, what the law of polarity is the theory that everything has opposite. There's dark, there's light, there's sun, there's moon, all of that. And yes, opposites do in fact attract, but will it be sustainable? If you are speaking negatively, you can't expect positivity to come into your life. It may come, but you will not be able to hold it because your rubber band has not stretched enough to be able to hold it and to be able to sustain that thing, which is why it is so important to stretch that rubber band. Okay. Words control your surroundings. So your brain, your heart, everything that you think about is in the 2D. This has not yet came into fruition. But the minute that it is spoken out, the minute that you declare something like, I can't do this, I'm bad at this, can't do this, woe is me, the minute that that is spoken is the minute that your surroundings are forced to come into agreement with what you said. Biblically speaking, the Holy Spirit has to carry out what your words say. If you believe that you can have something, you can have it. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are right. The Bible says that the Lord comes into agreement with whatever you speak. If you tell that mountain to jump into the ocean, as long as you have faith the size of a mustard seed, it will jump into the ocean. Even if it's this big, you have this amount of faith. Whatever you speak, whatever you declare, the Lord comes into agreement with, because we have been given dominion over this earth. We are all stardust. We are all made from the stars. We are made from the cosmos. We are all connected on a intergalactic level. We are all connected on a spiritual level, even a DNA level. I believe this is the statistic, but I believe everybody has at least 1% of the same exact DNA. And that's kind of off topic, but this just goes into words, you know, controlling your surroundings. So I want you to think about it like this. Everything has a vibration. If you watch scientific videos like me, you know, if you look at an item up very close, it moves because all the atoms are coming together like this. They are bound together and they move. And your words do the exact same thing because your words are energy. There's feelings behind it. There's belief behind it. Once that is spoken out, the Holy Spirit carries it. The universe carries it. Whatever you believe in, it carries it. It carries it out because that is a vibration that you are putting out. That is in your aura. That is in your spirit. And once that is put out, then it becomes a physical representation, because whatever a thought is, as long as it is spoken, it can become a 3D object. For example, this bed right here. Like, this bed would have never been created if someone didn't decide, I want to make this bed. I'm going to make this bed, and then does it. Your words also shape how you act. Your beliefs shape how you act. Say, for example, you believe that all money is bad. Money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. Greed is the root of all evil. Okay. But say you believe that, right? Say you're given $1 million. What you gonna do with that? You're gonna be like, oh, I can't do that because money is evil. Money is the root of all evil. Your brain just will not accept it. You know, confirmation bias. Your brain will tell you, no, I don't want that, because again, that is your belief. And what's gonna happen to that $1 million is gone. Okay. Where your words lie, your treasure lies as well. I really love this saying. I believe I heard this in Bible study. I honestly don't remember. But where your treasures lie is where your heart lies. Say, for example, say say you finally got your dream car. You got that dream car because you put in the work to be able to get that dream car. More than likely you have said, this is my dream car, I'm going to get this car. And maybe you put a time frame on it, maybe you didn't, maybe you just spoke, I'm going to get this car, I decided I'm going to get this car, and I'm going to put into action to get this car. Once you have decided that, what happens? Eventually you get that car. And why do you get that car? Because you made the decision to go after that car. But it all started with a decision in your mind, and you spoke that thing out loud. Whatever you desire, if you speak it out loud, I promise you it will come to you. Like, I can give you examples after examples of this. For example, before I got my license, I still had my permit, right? And I felt some type of way about it because I'm like, dang, I can't drive by myself without someone in the car with me. Oh my gosh. Like, woe is me. I have to rely on people. I don't like relying on people. I'm just a person. I like to rely on myself because I'm very independent. And being forced to rely on someone else put me in a fight or flight mode. That made me go into survival mode. And what survival mode showed up as for me is, I can't do this. Like, I simply cannot accept it. I will find any way to get from point A to point B without having to rely on someone. I don't care if I gotta order Uber. I don't care if I have to walk. I don't care if I have to run. I don't care if I have to learn how to ride a scooter again. I don't care if I have to learn how to ride a bike. I don't care. I'm going to get there myself. I'm going to figure it out myself. And once I identified, hey, this is how it makes me feel. This is the mindset that it puts me in. This is why I feel that way. Once I identify that, and once I identify the source of this, when is the first time that I felt like I had to rely on someone? Okay, what happened? Was I disappointed? What did this person do? Is this person still in my life? Were they in and out of my life? What is my earliest recollection of the time that I was disappointed? Because that disappointment is what made me so hyper independent. And that also goes into whatever's put into your subconscious mind always comes into fruition in your conscious mind. Okay. So again, where your words are, your treasure lies. Where your heart is where your treasure lies. If you align with something, that is what is going to come into fruition. Okay, words stem from the subconscious, as I've already said. On to our second point. How do we identify these subconscious thoughts? I have a few questions. I am going to be reading from my notes, so eventually I'm going to get better at this and I'm going to start remembering what I wrote down. But, a girl was just writing. She was just writing. Like, literally, once I got that thought, okay, I need to post this video, I said, God, what do we need to do, boo? What do we need to do? Like, I'm so serious. I was like, what do we need to do? What do you need of me right now? And what do you want me to say? What needs to be said? Okay, right. Like, literally, I was just writing. I don't even remember anything that I wrote. I just started writing, boo. Okay, identifying the subconscious thoughts. Okay. First, I'm going to call this part limiting belief identification. These are some questions that you need to ask yourself. What have I not received yet? Okay. This is the question that you need to ask yourself. What have I not received yet that I desire? Let's use the example of the car again. Say you decide that this is the car that you want. This is your dream car. Okay, do I have it yet? Why not? Okay. Now that we have that question in mind, write down your answer. Why do you believe that you don't have this car yet? Why do you believe you're not where you want to be in life yet? Write down your why. And don't feel bad about it. Don't feel ashamed about it. Get those thoughts out, because once those thoughts finally come out, then your brain can be like, oh, I feel safe to do this thing now. I feel safe to go after this thing now. For example, take the example of, say that you know this store with all of your heart and you need to take care of your child. You need to make a meal for your baby that the doctor recommended. Are you going to go to the store that you already know that has all of the ingredients, you know where everything is? Or are you going to go to a new store where you know nothing about the store and nothing what is in the store? You are going to go to the store that you know. Why? Because this is safe for you. Once you identify that, and you finally get the ingredients that is needed for your baby. Now what can happen? Now you can go to this new store because you have your basic needs met. You have your housing met, you have your food met, you have your baby's needs met. Once those needs are met, you can finally make this new decision. And this new decision is what is blocking you from your desire. This new pathway is what is blocking you from your new desire. When you desire something, say you desire this car, if you don't have that desire yet, it is because of what you are speaking, but it is also because you are choosing to go this narrow pathway rather than a pathway that could go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. And we are, as humans, are programmed to go the way that we know rather than the way that we don't know, because it does not represent safety. Until we have that safety, we are not even going to think about what's over here. But we have to think about what's over here in order to get all of this. Okay. The next question that you need to ask yourself, why not? Say, for example, you want to move to a new city. You want to go to this college. You want to be in this big city. Say you want to go to New York. Say you want to go to NCCU, North Carolina Central University. Say you want to go to your dream school. You want to move to your dream state. If you feel some sort of pushback behind it, ask yourself, why? Why can't I go to this school? Why can I not move to this city? Why? Literally ask yourself why and then write it down. Just write it down, write whatever comes to mind. Say you want to move all the way across the country. Why can't I? I want this dream apartment. Why can't I? For example, so I was talking to this one person. I can't remember who I was speaking to, but they asked me, how come it always seems like you're so happy? You always have everything that you want. You can always get your nails done, your hair done, your lashes done. You always are put together. I asked them, why not? If all of these celebrities can have all of these things, why can't I have it? What makes me different from them? Why not? Why can I not afford? Why can't I? Why can't I afford to get my nails done? Who said I can't? Why? And of course I didn't say it like that, but I said, why not me? If there are all these people in the world who can afford to do this, 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 and this, why can't I? Who told me that I can't afford that? Who told me that I can't do this? Why? And that is something you need to ask yourself, why is that? And then the first thought that will pop up is that limiting belief. For example, right before I got my license, I determined in my brain, I'm not going to get my license for a while because these appointments are so far out. I feel upset. It's just not going to happen for me. And I asked myself, why? If so many other people can find earlier appointments, why can't I? And then what happened the next day? I got that appointment. Because now once I identified that need to feel safe, I was able to go the unsafe route and look for new appointments. Everything around me succumbed to what I was believing and to what I was speaking. In my mind, I already had my license. In my mind, I already had my car. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Even when my parents would sit up here and tell me, Haelee, you don't have a car yet. Who said so? In my mind, I do. It's only delusional until it's done. Okay. Listen, you don't have your license yet. Yes, I do. In my mind, yes, I do. I'm already speaking. Yep, I have a car. I'm already speaking. Yep, I have my license. People ask me, can you drive? Yep. Do you have your own car? Yep. It may not be in the 3D just yet, but best believe, if I can dream it, if I believe that I already have it, it is going to happen for me because I already made that decision. Amen? Amen. But ask yourself, why not? And be genuine about it. Why can't you have that? Why is it not possible? Why can't you afford that? Answer your own question. And then after that, the next question is, what do I currently not like about my life? This is probably the biggest question to ask yourself. What don't you like about your life? Literally write down every single thing that you are not happy about in your life. When I say every single thing, I mean everything. Like, for example, I wrote mine down the other day because I read this in a book called The Mountain Is You. I heavily recommend it. So this is when I wrote down all of the things that I didn't like about my life. Like, for example, money, love, lack of time, people, physical exhaustion. And I wrote down in detail every single problem I was having surrounding that word or surrounding that thing. And once I did that, I finally felt like I could overcome it, because now I'm like, well, I identified this need. Okay, how can I solve this need? I've tried this way. This way did not bring me what I want. What is the other way that I can go? Okay. And ask yourself, is there a pattern? Say, for example, you want $3,000. You want to make $3,000 to put down a down payment, as I previously mentioned in my example. Say you can never get above $2,000, or if you do, you can't keep it for very long. You need to ask yourself, what is the pattern? What do I always notice that I have to do all the time? I want this $3,000, but say, for example, a new bill always comes up. You always have to buy something. You always want something. You always want to invest in something. You always want something to do with spending your money. You need to ask yourself, why? What is the pattern? What do I feel about money that I cannot get above $2,000? What is it about money that is blocking me? What in my past has prevented me from receiving this money? Ask yourself, what is the pattern? What do I notice the most surrounding this thing? And where does it come from? Ask yourself, where does this thing come from? So this brings me to looking into your past. So the question you need to ask yourself is, what have I been taught? Let's use the example of money again. Money is just like, it's the easiest thing to talk about. It's the easiest example. Say, for example, you were taught that, I'm trying to think of an example. Let me see. What have I been taught about money? Let me think about something that I've been taught. So one thing I've been taught about money is that there is not enough to go around. Money doesn't grow on trees. In my mind, money does grow on trees. It's made of paper. That's that's besides the point, though. Oh my gosh, this is a point, though. Okay, so ask yourself. So money doesn't grow on trees. Money is scarce. Everybody can't be rich. Only that top 1% can be rich. Okay, this is when I would ask myself, why not me? Why can't I be in this 1%? Says who? Okay, there are all of these things going against me, whether I'm a woman, I'm a black woman, you know, I'm in a certain state, I'm in this particular state. Okay, well, so what? Who told me that it has to be this way? I see that there are people who are making wealth from themselves who look just like me. Who said I can't have this? Yes, there are these things going against me, but if God says I can have it, I can have it. If I have these desires in my brain, I can make it happen for myself, and I will make it happen for myself, because my brain will not let me to do anything unless it achieves the goal that I want to achieve. And that goes into the debunking your thoughts, into asking yourself why not, and then solving your own problem. So first, identify what you have been taught. Say you feel like you're always getting cheated on. Okay, do you feel like there is instability in your life? How can you provide stability into your life? Do you feel like your trust has been broken? When was the first time that your trust has been broken? You determine in your mind, DTN, don't trust men, don't trust this, everybody's out to get you, everybody's gonna cheat on you, everybody gonna treat you like this. Ask yourself, what is the feeling that it made me feel, and why do I feel that way? What is my first recollection of this moment? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself where it came from. And once you have identified that previous belief, now you can have your new belief. And this is exactly how you're going to do it. So what I want you to do is I want you to write on a piece of paper. I want you to make like a column. Write down, for example, say it's around like, I can't receive a high value man. I can't find a man who is going to provide for me, who has a car, who meets everything on my list of standards. Okay, why? Write down your why. Write down the belief that you have about love, about men, about whatever. Write down all your beliefs on one side and title the top part old beliefs. New, and then title the second part your new beliefs. What do you want to believe? Okay, say all men are going to cheat. What do you want to believe? My man isn't going to cheat. And the man for me isn't going to cheat. The men that I attract do not cheat. For example, say I can't trust men. I can trust my man. The men that I attract, I can trust. But and then once you finally identify those new beliefs, I need you to say out loud, I decide. I decide that I'm going to receive $3,000. I decide that I'm going to have multi-million-dollar months. I decide that I'm going to have a high value man. I decide, because I have already decided that this is what I can have it. If it's in my mind, I can have it in the present. Make that decision to have your new belief. And once that new belief is brought to the forefront of your mind, now you're going to solidify it. This is how you're going to do it. So the first thing is create affirmation surrounding that thing. Say, for example, you want to trust your man. I trust my man. He makes me feel so safe. He makes me feel so comfortable. Have that affirmation. Say you want to receive $3,000 a month. I am so grateful to receive $3,000 a month. It feels so good to have $3,000 per month. I am so grateful to invest this $3,000. I am so grateful for this. I love having this. Thank you for this. And put it in present tense, not I am going to. No, say I have. Say I love having it. Say how it feels to have it. And once you say that, really embody that. Embodiment is the most important part of receiving anything. Embody that. Say, for example, you want to feel safe. You want your man to make you feel safe. Feel that sense of safety in yourself. How can you create safety in your life now? If you want the people that surround you to make you feel safe, how can you make yourself feel safe? Maybe you're paying your bills on time. Maybe you're learning to trust yourself. If you say that you're going to do something, you do it. If you say you're going to do something for yourself, you do it. If you say you're going to give yourself this XYZ amount of time, you actually do it. You build that trust up in yourself, and that is going to build that security. And then once you embody that security, now you can speak security, and then that security is going to come to you, and you're going to be drawn together like two magnets. Okay. The other thing that I highly recommend that you do is create a specialized statement. So this is one of my favorite things to do. I believe I learned this in the book Think and Grow Rich. Yes, it's Think and Grow Rich for women. I can't remember her name. I think it's Sharon Letcher. I heavily believe it's Sharon Letcher. So the specialized statement surrounds your new belief. So it goes just like this. It starts off with this. It is insert date. Today is April 19th. So for example, it is April 19th, 2024. I am so grateful to have a man who makes me feel secure. I love having a man who makes me feel secure. He makes me feel so safe. He makes me feel so loved. He does this for me. He buys me flowers. He takes me out on dates. He has his own car. He fits everything on my list. Thank you so much for this. I remain aware to my steps for growth in order to become this man's dream woman. I am his dream woman. I'm so grateful to be his dream woman. We are like two magnets drawn together. We are meant to be together. And I am so grateful for him. That's just an example. Write down how it feels to have that thing. Really close your eyes and ask yourself, how would it feel to have this? How would it feel to receive this? And then once you feel that feeling, breathe it in. And just write it down. Write whatever comes to your mind. And number 3, this is probably one of the most important ones. Filtering what is in your mind and what is in your heart. Okay. filter your social media. Say comparison is a thief of joy, correct? So say you see Kylie Jenner, you see someone who is rich, you see this rich black woman, you see this rich white woman, whatever. You see this rich person, you want to be rich. You start to compare yourself to that person. What is that going to do? Negative thoughts are going to form in your brain, then it's going to go to your heart, you're going to feel your emotions, and then you're going to say, I am broke. You're going to say things that are the opposite of what this person has. Say this person has a Louis Vuitton. I don't have a Louis Vuitton. I must be broke. Oh, I can't afford that. I can't. This is when it's going to come out into the world, into the atmosphere, and that is going to become your reality. So filter your social media. And if these people are making you feel bad about yourself, surround your social media with people who look like you, with people who want to be where you are, with people who are where you are currently, actually, and who are looking to go to be that next Kylie Jenner. Really hone in on that. Filter your social media. You want to see people praying if you're a Christian or a Catholic or anything. If you want to see people who are manifesting, whatever, filter that out. Like those videos, search for those videos, search for those pictures. Really watch those videos on YouTube of people who are just like you. Filter your social media with things that you want to see come into fruition for your life. And then eventually you're able to see Kylie Jenner. You're about to be like, I'm going to be where she is. In my mind, I'm already there. I already have that billionaire mindset. And we'll talk a little bit more about building that billionaire mindset in another video. And the next thing, keep a gratitude journal. Find something to be grateful for every single day. I have a gratitude journal, and basically what it tells me to do is it says, okay, how do you feel today? What do you want to feel today? What happened today? What are you grateful for today? What is something someone did for you today? What did you do for someone today? Ask yourself those, not ask yourself those questions, but become aware of something that you can be grateful for every single day. I promise you there's something. And this gratitude is going to make you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. When you do good, you speak good. Put into your mind positivity. The next thing and the final thing is create statements in present tense, as I have said before. For example, some things to start you off. I am grateful to. I love having. This benefits me by. This benefits other by. I love doing this. This is this for me. This makes me feel like this. It makes me feel like I just want to move. Like I just feel happy. I just feel joyful. I feel. Really just write down those statements. Really just create those statements in present tense. I have this car. I love having this car. This is my car. And really just hone in on that and really feel those feelings behind it. Part 4. Once this change is identified, note your why. This is extremely important when you have created your new belief and you have decided it. Ask yourself why. Why do I want $1 million? Why do I want multi-million-dollar months? Why? Is it safety? Do I want to feel safe? Do I want to feel secure? Do I want to have something that benefits me in the future? Do I want to build generational wealth? What is the reason that I want this thing? Why do you desire this, and who does this benefit? This is the most important part. You want to identify how it benefits you and how it benefits others, because nothing in life is selfish. It is not just meant for you. Everything that we go through, I'm a firm believer in everything that we go through is a testimony for someone else and will benefit someone else. It is not just about us. So say, for example, you want to be a millionaire. Okay, how is this going to benefit you? Maybe you're going to travel. Maybe this can allow you to, invest in your business, to grow your business. How is your business going to benefit someone else? How is this money going to benefit someone else? It is very important to identify both sides of the spectrum. How it's going to not only benefit you, but how it's going to benefit others. Say it's love. How is love going to benefit others? Maybe other people are going to see love between you and your partner, and that's going to make them feel like they can be loved, like they can have this thing. Say it's this car. What are you going to do with this car? Where can you get to this car? How will this car help you help others? And part 5, this is the final part, the power of presence. This is my favorite part, actually. So this is something that I really believe really quantum leaped me from having my permit to having my license. So I already have my car at my possession right now. I am just waiting, and so I already have my car at my possession right now. But before that, I literally would go every single day. I would put my hand on the car and I would say, this is my car. I would sit in the car, I would adjust the seat, I would adjust the mirrors, everything, and I would say, this is my car. I would pretend like I'm driving it. I would embody those feelings. I would make myself feel the feelings that I want to feel from driving that car. I would imagine myself driving to and fro in that car. And I really just experience that car and I say, this is mine. I get to have this. Say you don't have your dream car yet, it's not in your possession. Go to the DMV, test drive that car if you're old enough. Test drive that car, place your hands on that car, drive that car around and feel how it feels to have that thing. This is the power of your presence. When you physically put yourself in the situation that you want to be in, say you want to be wealthy, go have coffee in a rich neighborhood, you're sitting down, you're doing your work there. Once you put yourself in positions of where you want to be and you surround yourself in the environment of where you want to be, it makes your brain see, okay, this can happen for me. I can have this. Say you never thought about being a rich woman, but you meet a rich woman. Now you see this is possible. And that safety switch is switched off because all of a sudden, now you see the pathway that you need to take. Because it's like, okay, I want to be rich, but how am I going to be rich? Okay, I see a woman who's rich who's doing this. Who's to say I can't be rich by using my own desires? Putting yourself in the situation of where you want to be is going to be a huge treasure, and that is really going to quantum leap you into that scenario. Say you really, really want this car, and once you test drive that car, I guarantee you within a year you will have it. I promise you that. I can literally promise you that. Speak over your desires and watch it blossom. Watch it flow. Say, for example, you want a Louis Vuitton bag. Say, I'm going to have this Louis Vuitton bag. Go into the Louis Vuitton store and look at a bunch of purses. Ask about those purses. What is this purse made of? Open it. Carry that purse. Look in the mirror. How does this purse look on me? Put yourself in those scenarios. Baby, I want a big, large Michael Kors tote bag. And what did I do when I was at the mall? I went into that Michael Kors store and I picked up the purse I wanted. I took a picture of it. I asked what it was made out of. I looked at the price. And now I'm going to invest in this purse once I make my other investments first. I'm going to purchase this purse. I do not care. I'm going to have this purse. And having that purse, seeing that price, touching that purse has made it more attainable for me. It is like, okay, now I know how much I can spend. And now that I know the colors, now I know that it's seasonal. The different colors are seasonal. Now I know when it will go on sale. Now I know when I can afford this. Now I know how to get to where I want to be. Okay. Literally touch your desires. Put yourself in that scenario. Say you want a Swarovski bracelet. Go into Swarovski and ask to try on the bracelets. Say you want to go into say you want a Pandora ring. You want a promise ring. Go into Pandora and put on a promise ring. Size yourself. Look at how it looks. Take a picture of it. If you have a man, you want your man to buy it for you. Send it to your man and look, babe, look how cute this looks on me. I bet you he'll get it for you. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Literally put yourself into the space of your desires. And I'm a firm believer in surrounding yourself around people who are where you want to be, because it is going to make it seem more attainable for you. Before I got my own car, before I received my own car, I was around a bunch of people who had their own cars. I was around a bunch of people who were carrying their car keys around and everything. And what happened within 2 months? I had my license and I got access to the car, finally. This is going to be your biggest step of quantum leaping yourself. Once you have already achieved all of these steps, you speak out this thing, you speak over this thing, and you put yourself into that scenario, and you heavily believe that this is going to happen for you. Now it can happen for you. And that is all that I have for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I have my Instagram linked in the description box below. And also feel free to ask me in the comments. I do see your comments and I will reply. But without further ado, that concludes our video, and I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you.